Greetings of wholeness, greetings that signalize wholeness. Welcome to our educational, presentational, motivational video, live. Maybe it's not live if you're watching it further down the line. Today we're gonna make a system about the human based on its statistics and what we need to invest mostly into to keep ourselves sane and healthy, and what is the most important thing for the human game character in this game, stats. Which stats are most important? What you need to invest in mostly. Alright, core stats of the full role-playing game system that is human life. We got this human sitting here comfortably in the middle of this white page. It could be a trickster flowing sage in his comedy cave, studying the I Ching teaching, ready to do the preaching. Let us begin. First stat is coherence. So first thing is coherence. We need to be coherent. Number one, we have coherence. So, what is coherence? Stability of mind and body. So, mind and body need to be in alignment, but I'm gonna add here mind, body, emotions, and spirit. All the realms of the body working together in alignment. So, if this stat, number one, coherence, if this stat is stable, if you have a lot of so every stat is like a fluctuating what is that word? Gauge. It's like a fluctuating gauge, from 0 to 1,000. It's either full or empty. It's either broken or it's working. It's either conscious or unconscious, either healthy or unhealthy. When you have a lot of coherence, when your coherence meter, let's say every single one of these is like 0%, 100%. So coherence. Let's remove this because we're going to use space. So coherence, when you have enough coherence, then what you say, what you do, how you move, how you breathe, how fast you breathe, how slow you breathe, your energy field, your emotions, everything is in alignment. Or in the old scriptures, as they would prefer and love to say, the Father, the Spirit, and the Holy Ghost, or the Holy Trinity, or the upper realms and the lower realms work together, as above, so below. So everything is in unison. Everything is nicely aligned. You have a lot of coherence. If you have low coherence, you become fragmented. The body is doing one thing, the mind is doing something else, the breath is doing something else, the emotions are doing something else. Most of humanity is fragmented. most of humanity emotions are somewhere in 10 years old, school, still, in some trauma that happened to us when we were 10. Our breath is in the future because we breathe like 1,000 times per minute if we live in society. So our breath is in the future. Our body is like a bagel over the computer. And the mind is in the news, or the mind is replaying a conversation you had with your spouse or somebody 2 days ago. So it's completely fragmented. This is one of the first things. Coherence. Is everything in alignment? When it is low, we become fragmented. When it is high, we effortlessly function. Because there's no effort, there's no forcing. Every effort becomes almost near zero if you have coherence. Because there's nothing inside your body that is conflicting. If you don't have coherence, each of these aspects within coherence will be fighting against each other. This is how autoimmune disease comes into play. Is you're not coherent, there are parts of you who want one thing and are going towards it. There are parts of you who want something else and are going towards it, and autoimmune is just a civil war inside your existence, inside your body, all your bodies. So this is coherence. This is stat number 1. Let us segment it off. Okay. Second one is resonance. Second one, we got resonance. So coherence, we're gonna put, it's gonna call it COH, coherence. Resonance will be res. Resonance is basically the ability to generate internal energy from within the body. The ability to generate internal energy within the body from within, based on recognition, based on resonance, based on similar affinity for health. Resonance, the ability to generate energy from within. Let's write it down. Ability to generate energy from within by tuning to the environment, tuning yourself, or syncing, tuning/syncing/ entrainment, some people say, entrainment, when we entrain with plants and animals through our heart space. Resonance, this stat, goes from 0 to 100 with humming. So humming is one of the world's, body's greatest healing abilities. Humming, singing, using your voice consciously. Conscious voice. And this affects your presence, it affects your recovery, it affects what you resonate is how the algorithm of the world finds you. If you don't resonate, and that means that if you don't use your voice in its full capacity how you need to use your voice, and if you don't sing, if you don't hum, if you don't speak love, your body will not have high resonance. So these are all stats, right? Coherence. You can have low coherence, high coherence. It's a stat, meaning it's a meter that you maintain high or you don't maintain and then it goes low. Resonance also. You maintain it to be high or you don't maintain it and then it goes low. Humming, singing, conscious voice. Coherence. This was resonance. Okay. Now we're going to go into clarity. We're going to go into clarity. Number 3. Let's go into clarity. CLR. CLR. Okay. Clarity is sharpness of perception. Pattern recognition. Clear thoughts, clear mind. And threshold. What do I mean by threshold? Threshold is the edge. It is when you break through anything. It could be job, it could be relationship, it could be anything in your life where you're on the edge of something new, so novelty. And if you have low clarity, threshold work is not, it breaks you. Instead of you breaking the threshold, breaking through. Instead of breaking through, the threshold breaks you if you have low clarity. Clarity is best regulated with breath work. It's best regulated low noise, low stimulation. So meditation, low noise, low stim, meditation, fasting, therapy, nature, and many other. Plus, many other. Okay. Then we got presence. Number 4 is presence. I got these presents for you. PRS is going to be presence. PRS. So presence is how strongly do you exist in the environment? How strong is your signal inside the environment? Meaning, do you occupy your body and your mind and everything in the space? Are you there in the environment? Are you responsive? Are you a node that's just sitting there? Or are you a node that listens, replies, follows the flow of things, knows the context of things, can hold attention? So this is attention span. Listening ability, how strongly do you exist in your environment? This is where it continues right here. How strong do you exist in the environment? Okay. So here we have affects stealth or zetsu versus influence. So because this is a meter also, meaning that presence can be dialed up or down based on, do you want to be noticed? Do you want to influence your environment? Do you want to bend space-time and people and environments and furniture around or whatever? Or do you want to be invisible? Do you want to move through the world very unaffected? So you still stay present, but because this is now a stat, all these things are now under your voluntary control. You know how to mitigate them. You know how to increase clarity. You know how to decrease clarity. I don't know why would you want to, but most of society decreases clarity by eating a lot, by drinking, by binging, by avoiding. So clarity, if you directly want to reduce clarity, you will numb yourself to life. And people do that. It's the byproduct of a sick society that we want to reduce clarity so we don't have to face the world that is being maybe forced on us if we still live in society. So all these are meters. All these can be influenced by your habits, can be influenced directly by this moment right now. And they affect each other as well. Let's move on. After presence, we have flow. Number 5 is flow. FLW. So flow is ability to move through life without friction. And that goes to your body, but it also goes to your decisions, your relationships, everything. Your creative process, your recovery. How much flow do you have? All these are meters. Once again, how much coherence? Low coherence, high coherence. Low resonance, high resonance. Low clarity, high clarity. Low presence, high presence. Low flow, and there you go. Or high flow, and steal the show. This affects travel, motion, recovery. So of course, movement of any kind, creativity of any kind, movement, creativity, all gives you more flow. Also, novelty, new things, novelty, bravery, doing things in spite of fear, or despite fear. I don't know what is correct, how to correctly say this. Despite and in spite have always been a mystery to me. So some of the things about these. If you do too much threshold work, I know this because I do this too much. I mean, not too much, but sometimes too much. Threshold work, meaning breaking through, pushing your limits so you come out like evolving all the time, evolving, something new, something new. You make yourself new. If you do too much threshold work, you lose clarity. Clarity goes down. Why? Because it becomes too fast of an evolution for the whole being to sort of keep up with it all at once. Coherence goes down and clarity goes down. Coherence goes down because you might be pushing the threshold on your emotions, and then your mind, your body, and your spirit are struggling to keep up, and then you lose clarity. You become fragmented as well. Or you could be pushing your body, but then emotions, mind, and spirit need to keep up, and so on and so forth. Also, this is the same thing, basically, no rest. So a big no is not resting. So no resting, coherence goes down. That's why when we wake up in the morning, coherence is extremely low. We are completely fragmented, because if you haven't rested, if you were just laying there and sort of being broken like a damp sock, because sleep is not always rest. Sometimes you wake up and you're more broken than you were before. So resting is actually, meditation is better resting than sleep mostly. Breath work, being in nature, movement, all these things rest you actually better, because they restore all of this. So like a walk in nature is going to have you restore your clarity, your resonance, because you're going to resonate with the trees, the birds and the bees, with Awa, with everything natural, because you are nature as well. It will restore coherence, mind, body, emotion, spirit. It will restore presence if you're walking in nature without anything. It will restore flow. So this is sort of... So humming, like I said, restores resonance. Any form of stillness restores coherence. Any form of meditation restores coherence. Breath work restores clarity. And movement, flow, and regeneration. If you are fragmented, meaning there's no coherence, your actions will lose precision. You will do things with the body, but there's no mind there, so it's not precise. You will make decisions based on emotions, so it's not precise based on your internal actual guiding system. It's just based on weather, basically. Then, let's say resonance. If you're over resonating, so if you have too much resonance but with the wrong thing, that would mean that you have identified with noise. You are resonating with like Instagram, like scrolling. So you're resonating with noise. You're resonating with static. And too much, you become overtuned, but you're overtuned to the wrong thing, basically. And that makes you oversensitive. Oversensitive because there's too much noise in the field, the resonance. It's like, imagine somebody whose voice you cannot stand just doing whatever in your ears all day. Then we have drift. Drifting is connected to flow, and that means when you have too much flow but not enough presence. That means that you are going extremely quickly. There's a lot of momentum, a lot of movement. So flow is increasing. A lot of movement, a lot of creativity, a lot of novelty. I'm brave, I'm going to do something new, I'm creative, I'm going to move. But if there's no presence there, you drift, and you can drift off a cliff. So there needs to be presence. Everything, all these things need to be there. It's not like one or the other is more important. If you have too much of one, and you put all your eggs in one basket, you just tip over. You tip over like a ship with all its crew on one side. You flip over, like in Pirates of the Caribbean, when they need to flip the ship over in order to save Jack Sparrow from Davy Jones' locker, from insanity. What is next? What is next? Let's see if we got any chat. You can ask questions in the chat. I'm gonna answer questions at the end of the lecture. You can comment, you can say whatever. We got one viewer that stuck around, and we got 5 people all over the place. So eyecreatelines@gmail.com is my email for one-on-one sessions. Coaching, therapy, support, meditation, breath work, everything that you see me talk about, I help people with. Okay, what do we got next here? Okay. Next one is Tao. So what is Tao? We have a lot of stuff here. But Tao, or Tao in some cases, is permission to exist without cost. And that goes for yourself, and it goes for other people in your life. So permission to exist without cost, you give yourself permission to exist without damaging yourself, and without cost, meaning you don't have to pay anything to anyone in order to be here. So there's inherent value in who you are. There's no debt to society you need to pay off. There's no debt to nature you need to pay off. There's no debt to your parents you need to pay off. There's no debt to government or whatever. You are existing without cost, and you, by default, you need to raise this stat for yourself, and by doing that you allow everyone else to exist without cost. So the Tao is something very dear to me, and this is the only true religion there is. Non-forcing, minimal interference. Non-forcing, doing without doing. Minimal interference in life in general, in all of life. Not trying to fix anything, better the world in some big way by bending things. The only thing you do, you resonate. Meaning right now, I'm resonating. I'm doing what I love. I am sharing my voice. I'm using my voice with love. First and foremost, I'm resonating my own body. And then secondly, I'm resonating whoever comes and resonates with this live, with this video. But this is not forcing. I'm not interfering with anyone. I'm permissioning you. I give everyone permission to exist without any cost. Effortless action. This goes very against the alpha male dominating strategic world hierarchy. I'm gonna make things happen, I'm gonna hustle, I'm gonna bend this world. So, so what not to do? Don't try too hard. don't obsess with outcomes. Over planning. Emotionally resisting, recoiling against your own and other people's energy. You cannot armor yourself against human energy. It's like Wi-Fi, it goes through walls, only it's infinitely more intelligent. Emotional recoiling. So we need to allow emotions to come through us. This is energy. Like I said, it's like a fart. You don't have to make a big deal about it or make a TV show. Okay, what else is not good here in the Tao? Performing virtue. So, performing to be virtuous. Look at me, I am charitable. And so on and so forth. You don't have to announce yourself in anything. Using authority without competence. Using power and authority without experience and competence. I see this in many governments where, for example, Eastern European, any country, including my own little Croatia, you have people in the heads of governments who don't even have college. They don't have a single master's degree in anything. They have basic high school and they haven't even worked with people anywhere. And they are like in the heads of government. Why? Because their cousin hooked them up. Or when you see like the minister of health, and it's the most obese person on the planet, barely standing there, and they've got like 5 years left. Who put them in charge to be the minister of health of other people? So this is using power or authority so power plus authority minus experience and minus competence. So this means that your Tao meter, this stat in your life, will go down if you do all these things. But this means that if you don't have experience or the competence, but you are using a powerful position and using this position to become authority. It's not about nobody should use power or nobody should be an authority figure. It's just that are you, because this is about you, are you using power and authority without having any experience or competence in that field? This is what you need to be careful of. For example, when anyone comes to me, I speak about many things. I know a lot of things about a lot of things, more than most of people. Still, if somebody comes and asks me, how do you lay bricks to build a house? Straight up, I have no idea. I don't have any experience in laying bricks, and I'm not competent to lay bricks. Do not put me in a position of power of bricklaying, and I'm not any authority to say that's good bricks over there or not good bricks over there. So therefore, don't do this, and also don't allow people who have no experience or competence to be any sort of authority for anything in your life. You should not listen to people who don't have this part, but they're using power and authority. Maybe they're just loud. People just love to be loud without any experience and competence. That's mostly how it goes. The less experience and competence, the louder people get when explaining things, when trying to prove things, defend stuff. actions without timing. So when you force things, actions forced without proper timing. Double the cost, double energy cost. Actions at their right time with patience and non-forcing. Actions at the right time, at the precise time, because we're trying to be precise here. Zero energy cost. Effortless. Also, what not to do. I'm gonna add this here. Let's erase this. And I'm gonna add it here. Also, what not to do. Fear of missing out. Or acting from urgency. Acting from urgency. Scarcity. This is all Tao goes down. Goes down. Okay, what do we have? What do we have also? Now we have environmental alignment. Okay, so that 7 is Tao. And we're gonna put environment number 8. Environmental alignment. Environmental alignment. Oh, that looks beautiful. Environmental alignment. ENW. No, ENV. So here, place resonance. So we had resonance already. This is place resonance, now expanded. Living where energy flows normally, naturally. Natural energy flow. Ocean, forest, mountain. Ocean, forest, mountain, and similar things. Mountain. You know, when you watch my videos, anything in the background goes for this. Minimal artificial noise. Minimal artificial noise and distortion. So better regeneration immediately, better regen, better clarity, better CLR, and presence, plus presence, PRS. We had that on the previous slide, previous writing page. So, and don't go into industrial chaos or any place with disrespect for nature. That is environment. This is self-explanatory here. Now we have a role resonance. No, role alignment, my bad. So we have role alignment. Human design helps greatly with this one. role alignment, archetypal alignment, based on your talents, superpowers, and weaknesses. So role alignment. What not to do. Envy of other people's roles, for whatever reason. We all have a role, which we are good at. I can lay bricks. Of course I can lay bricks. But this is my role alignment. So also somebody who has a role alignment for laying bricks should not be doing this, because it's a waste of a life in a sense. It's not a waste of a life in a complete sense. It's a waste of talent, I would say. A waste of your gifts that you had when you came through. And we all have different gifts. So role alignment, envy of other people, of their roles. Why would I be envious of someone else when they are good at it? And everybody's not supposed to be good at everything. Envy of other people's roles, of others' roles. What also not to do here? Trying to be an incompatible archetype. Forcing an incompatible archetype. This means all of us projectors, human design, trying to live to be generators. All generators trying to be projectors. All manifestors trying to be whatever. It doesn't matter. You're not going to ask a graphic designer to explain you how to lay bricks, and then if he cannot, you sort of criticize him for not being able to do it. It's not how things work, right? So forcing an incompatible archetype on yourself and then also onto others. Why not start with the things you're good at, expand those to its maximum capacity, and then see maybe expand further on other things? Why not use to the best of your ability the gifts you already have? Because if you don't align to the role, now I'm going to explain it. So forcing an incompatible archetype. And human design helps this incredibly. This is where I shine. Role alignment. Very, this is what I do with people most of the time. Human design helps here, greatly helps here. Forcing an incompatible archetype. Ego-driven forcing. So like, I'm gonna become this no matter what. Ego forcing a role. I'm gonna be the provider. I'm gonna be whatever. Ego forcing a role. No matter what, I will be this or that. But then the question is, who? Are you actually the one who planted this in you? Or did someone else plant this in you? No matter what. Because usually if no one planted it in you, you don't actually have to force this role. You don't actually have to go and grind this role out. It just comes out of you. So what to do? Check mark. Learn design. Learn your design. And how to master it best. How to use it also. How to use it and master it. What this does, unlocks all your superpowers, all your potential abilities, all your talents. The This is roll alignment. When you have low roll alignment, you get all these X's here. And when you have high roll alignment, you got learning design, how to use it and master it to unlock all your superpowers, talents, and abilities. Environmental alignment, when it's high, better regeneration, clarity and presence, health, all of these things. Low environmental alignment, everything reversed from this. Everything reversed from this. Okay, we're gonna expand more here on the roll alignment because there's a few more that are very, very important here. So, okay, let's see the chat a little bit. Okay, nobody in the chat. Okay, so here, if you have good roll alignment, you also get stable energy. Incredibly, you're not fighting yourself. Stable energy, because no internal battle. Very important. No internal battle, because you're not fighting against the role that you want to be playing. What else? What else? Protection against existential crisis. Protection against existential crisis. Because everything has good meaning. You're enjoying the role you're playing. And then also not doing it, so low, is also stagnation. So you don't do anything new. It's not exciting. Stagnation. Autoimmune disease, again, because you're fighting inside of you against this role that you're trying to play. And depression. Depression from suppression. All right, next we have detachment alignment. So number 10 is detachment alignment. This is allowing endings without resisting, allowing things to end. So new can come. So being okay with endings, detaching. No fixed identity. Do not identify with what you eat, with your religion, with what you're doing, with nothing. Nothing. Free flowing. Ever moving, ever changing, ever growing, ever flowing. Tumbling, relentless. Freak show circus, identity shifting. Octopus artist. Creative creature of this life. No fixed identity. Where were we? Emotional spikes flatten easily and quickly. Flatten easy and quick. Emotions are just data. Emotions are just data. No Televisa Presenta, no sitcom, no huge thing about it. This is why XYZ is happening. How can you do this to me? Whatever. Nothing. It's only information. It's only information. This is the crux of the ultimate enlightenment, is to be able to observe energy as energy. I'm not angry at you, I just have uncomfortable energy in my chest and it feels warm, and let's breathe together. And that's it. And that's it. All energy is data. All energy is data. There's no need to make a soap opera about it. There's no need. What else we got here? Detachment and alignment. Immune to fear, panic, and victim mode. So you become immune if you have high detachment alignment. So let's put a check mark like this. Immune to fear, panic, victim mode. Memory stored without emotional charge. So memory can be stored without emotional charge. This is a big one. You actually get to make memories that don't make you PTSD when you remember them. Okay, now we have here, we're just gonna put 11, and it's gonna be stillness alignment. Stillness alignment. And this is period of not doing, so nothing. Period of non-doing, nothing, guys, nothing. I know it's hard to grasp, but no music, no podcast, no nothing. Airplane mode, Wi-Fi off, nobody around you, nothing. Stillness, emptiness, void worshipping. I'm gonna put the void worshipping. I'm very passionate about this. I'm passionate about the nothing. I'm mostly passionate about the nothing. Void worship. I went to the void so much, now I rent Airbnbs from it. I went to the void so much, it got scared it's gonna lose its job. Void worship. So airplane mode, yeah. So this does not work if you're addicted to noise. So noise addiction, and if you cannot tolerate silence. Meditation helps. I can help. I can help you with this. Many struggle. Most society struggles with this. Unable to sit still. But emptiness is maintenance mode. It removes accumulated micro errors. It prevents burnout. It reduces sensory overdrive. But if you are afraid of silence or stillness, it doesn't work. If you're addicted to noise, it's not going to work. This is why we got to train these. All these are skills. All these are meters. All these are places that you can train, you can become better at. These are not things that I'm talking about like some people have this better or worse and that's it. It's set in stone and there's nothing that it can be done about it. I'm talking about all this as stats that you can raise or lower based on your life decisions, based on what you train, based on what your habits are, based on your environment, based on what you invest in, and things like that. And then we have the final one, which is number 12, is Tao resonance. So we had Tao already, now we have Tao resonance as the final hexagram, final piece of the puzzle, final key, the Tao resonance. It goes up when nothing inside you is fighting reality. Nothing inside you is fighting against reality. If you can let go of dramatic urgency, so do not dramatic urgency. Oh my God, Televisa presenta, how can we don't, blah, 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 blah. Dramatic urgency. Competitive ambition. Over competitive ambition, let's say. Over competitive ambition. There's nothing to compete against if you're walking over people. If you're walking over yourself even. Over competitive ambition. Because anything that costs you tomorrow, it's not worth it. What are we trying to prove? We don't have to prove anything. Emotionally impulsive. This also reduces Tao resonance. Emotionally impulsive. Reduces Tao resonance. Performing suffering. Misery loves company, right? Performing suffering and performing stress and bonding over these. Performing suffering and bonding helps no one. It helps maybe in the moment, but nothing will change. If you can overcome these, you gain. What do you gain? If you overcome these, unshakable calm, patience, ridiculous patience, competence in crisis competence. Teach the pupil in your iris to navigate a crisis as soon as they materialize. What else not to do? Showing visible stress as proof of value. Like you have to be, your boss needs to see you sweating in order for you to prove that you have value. This is what destroys humans. Low stimulus is high richness. What do I mean by this? And this last one is going to be very Tao, very very contrary to society. This last one is going to be low stimulus, high richness. Big heart right here. So we got here society sitcom. Society sitcom. Situational comedy sitcom. Runs on panic. Runs on panic, speed and overreaction. Bollywood. Bollywood and Hollywood. And this here, showing visible stress as proof of value. But then instead, what the Tao elves do, watch the weather. Just watch the weather come. Fix something slowly and well. Fix something. Like I need to fix my shoes, and I'm gonna fix them slowly and well. And that's gonna be a win for today. And I'm done. Conversation with no agenda, no trying to dominate the other. You don't have to be the loudest one, you don't have to talk all the time. Learn to listen, I'm gonna put here. Learning to listen. Learning to actually listen when somebody speaks. Conversation with no agenda, no trying to change or force or dominate. DOM. What else? What else? Learning to listen. Learning useless skills. Very human. Very human. This is not... It is funny, but it's not... This is not meant to be comedy here. Not in this sense. I am trying to make things funny for myself and for you. But this thing here, learning useless skills, try and learn a useless skill and you'll see what I mean. Try learning a useless skill. Sit down for a few hours learning it and know that you will never use it for anything. How does that feel? It feels very human. It's supposed to feel very human. Observing humanity with no judging. And with no agenda. Unfilled time is not wasted time. Let's end it with that. No wasted time. Everything is good time. Everything you do is not wasted time. Long walks with no music or podcast. Just sitting and thinking without a pattern to be solved or a problem. Just observing nature, observing the light change through the day. Slowly stretching, reading without trying to extract value or anything from it. Being alone without being lonely. Low stimulus is high richness, and unfilled time is not wasted. So these are the 12. These are the 12 stats of the human. Let me revise them real quick. So we got, let's take a nice blue. A nice blue. Is it ice blue? No, it's turquoise. I remove the noise. Okay, we got coherence. Coherence. Then we got resonance. Right here we got resonance. Number 2, resonance. Coherence, resonance. Okay, I don't like when it's all blue. We're gonna go like this. So coherence, number 1. Resonance, number 2. Clarity is number 3. Presence is number 4. Flow is number 5. There's no 6. I went from 5 to 7. Okay. Alright. 6. 6 has been forgotten today. We go from 5 to 7. Okay, number 7 is the Tao. Okay. Then we got number 8. Let's say 8. It should be 7 because there's no 6, but never mind. Number 8 is environmental alignment. Number 9 is role alignment. Number 10 is detachment alignment. Number 11 is stillness alignment. Let's color this guy. He seems he wants to have a turquoise on him, like I have a turquoise shirt right now. Okay, we got him. We got him. So 9, 10, 11. And then finally, we got the Tao resonance. And we got our smiley heart turquoise, no noise, very still, very chill, brosif broski and the middleoski. That's it, guys. So all these are like meters. Let me try and sketch this out. So all these are like gauges, are like, you know, well, not like a gauge, but you know, like a meter, like a battery. So you have some amount of, you know, 50% or 100% resonance or flow or coherence or Tao or detachment or stillness or flow or roll or any of the 12 or 11, because there's no 6. So then with your habits you can increase. With your habits you can be increasing these. It can go from 50 up to 100 based on your life decisions. This part or this part is because it's a stat. It's not I'm born with this, therefore, or I'm born with this, therefore, yoo-hoo. No, at any point it can go up and down, and that's amazing, and it's also scary in a sense. Well, not scary. I don't like scary. You know, it could work for you or it could work against you if you are maintaining these or not maintaining these. You need to keep your coherence high, you need to keep your flow, all these you need to keep very high based on all the stuff that I told you now. And also, once again, eyecreatelines@gmail.com. eyecreatelines. Okay, let me write it down. It is in the description, of course. So eyecreatelines@gmail.com. Very easy to remember because it's basically my name and then @gmail.com. Is for all one-on-one therapy, coaching, human design, everything that I showed you today, how to boost every single one of these stats. This is what I do. This is what I do. Every single one of these stats that you saw today, I work with people how to find out what it is, how to boost it, how to maintain it. That's it. Are there any questions in the chat? Are there people now that watch this lecture that are right now in the chat that want some questions answered? If there is, drop a question and I will answer. If not, I'm gonna close the live. I'm gonna wait for like 5 minutes. Until then, I'm gonna do some doodling, some unstructured doodling for my pleasure and your entertainment. Let's go make like a half thing and then flip it. That should be interesting. Let's go this side like that and then like that. I think this will be very interesting to see what it comes out. Okay, let's flip it. Layer, duplicate layer, okay. Edit, transform, flip horizontal, transform, move, and connect. What do we got here? What do we got here? Okay, connect a little bit more. Interesting, interesting, interesting. I have no questions in the chat. Ending this with this. Now let's see what we're gonna do here now. Okay, let's connect like that. Let's give it a face. Like that. Okay, this is gonna be that for today then. Thanks everybody for showing up on the live stream, and everybody watching after the stream. Drop a subscribe, like, leave a comment. eyecreatelines@gmail.com, as you already know, is my email for all one-on-one clients. I wish you peace, health, and abundance. Until next time.